What is going on, everybody? Today we got a very important topic to talk about today. So today we are pretty much going to be talking about why 1 trillion baby doge is all you need. And when I say it's all you need, it's not all you need to become a millionaire. It's not all you need to become a 10 millionaire, right? Whatever you want to say. But 1 trillion baby doge is technically all you need personally. So that's what we're going to talk about. I'll make a whole nother video about how 1 trillion baby doge could get you to $1 million and what the price would have to be to get there. But today we're just talking about why it's all you need personally. But we're just going to get started with this now. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research. Let's get straight to it. So first things first, we're at 8Z1305, only down 0.5% in the last 24 hours since our last video. Also, our market cap, $198 million. That's pretty important in this video. Fully diluted doesn't really matter in this video because the fully diluted market cap includes the burned wallet, and we don't care about that right now. The 24-hour trading volume inside of this does matter, which is only at 4.2 million, but it will matter later on in the video. The total supply at 420 quadrillion doesn't matter in this video. Only the circulating supply matters in this video, which is 151 quadrillion. So now that we got all that out of the way, we are going to get straight into this. Now, at the previous heights of our, tops of our market inside of 2021 going into 2022 for that bull market, we got all the way up to 8Z6345. Now, let's see what you would need to have $1 trillion in baby doge. So this is actually a fairly easy equation. $1,305, $1,305 divided by the current price, which is 1234, 1234. That's 8Z1305. That's 1 trillion baby doge. So if you want $1 trillion baby doge, you gotta have $1,305, right? Now, let's go ahead and multiply that 1 trillion baby doge by our all-time high, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 63.45. That was the all-time high, 8Z6345. That would then bring you to $6,345 if we got to our peak in the market, right? So that's cool, but what could you do with $1 trillion if it were to go higher? So this is million, billion, and trillion. We can go ahead and do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 6, 3, 4, 5. Let's just take off 1 0. Let's say baby doge took off 1 0 and got the 7Z1. You would then have $10,000. Now, 7Z1, let's go ahead and look at what that would do with our market cap. So we'll take the circulating supply right here, and then we'll multiply that circulating supply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's 7Z1. That's $1.5 billion market cap. Now, that's not that hard to reach considering we almost reached that level. Considering all these Solana coins, like Dog with Hat is like 2.5 billion inside of market cap. There's just so many different meme coins that are just so high inside of market cap. Like, first of all, let's just kind of look at the meme coins that are really high in market cap, right? We have Shiba Inu at 10 billion right now, Doge at 19 billion, but let's look at the ones that aren't that big. Like, look at Pepe. Pepe is at 5.2 billion in market cap. It was created after Baby Doge. Remember, Baby Doge had pretty much a cast on its leg. It had that 10% tax that we finally got rid of. We have Dog with Hat that went all the way up to 2.5 billion. Literally is at 2.5 billion in market cap, 2.55 billion in market cap. We got Bonk at 1.9 billion in market cap. So you see, it's possible for baby doge. Floki is at 1.8 billion in market cap. Like, you know that we can get up there if Floki can get up there, right? So if you had $1 trillion in baby doge, that $1 trillion, or not $1 trillion, but that $1 trillion baby doge would easily go all the way up from $1,000, well, $1,300, all the way up to $10,000 if it got the 7Z1, which is 1.5 billion in market cap. And not only that, let's go ahead and see where we got at the all-time high for baby doge already. This is with a 10% tax that was on us, that was keeping us down. But let's look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have 8Z6345. So at the peak of the market, baby doge reached 960 billion or 960 million in market cap, almost reached a billion at the peak of our market, with a crutch on our leg, which was that 10% tax, right? We were weighted down. We were weighed down by a 10% tax. So let's see where Baby Doge would get if we went a little bit higher. Let's take that circulating supply and multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So 7Z5. If we went to 7Z5, that would be 7.5 billion in market cap. So that's actually a lot right there, 7.5 billion in market cap. And then our trillion Baby Doge, which is $1,300 right now, would be, let's look at what that would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5. All right. That would be $50,000 if we got the 7Z5. So your 1,300 would go to 50,000. That would be at a $7.5 billion market cap. And we just showed all these meme coins that already made it to that level. So Baby Doge is one of the longest standing meme coins and is the biggest meme coin on the Binance Smart Chain. And when we finally switch to Solana, it'll be one of the biggest on Solana once it builds itself up on Solana. All we got to do is build it up on Solana. I'm going to be talking about it every day because I care about Solana, the blockchain. I love the blockchain of Solana, right? I love Solana. And then I love Baby Doge too. So that's just two things brought together, match made in heaven, right? So let's go ahead and look at where we would be at our target price. You already know 6Z1. Now, I see a lot of people saying, hey, we want 5Z1. We want to see 3 zeros coming off. I'm going to show you actually why 3 zeros coming off of Baby Doge's price, because right now we have 8 zeros. Taking off 3 zeros would be 5Z1. I'm going to show y'all exactly why that is not possible right now. So that is 151 billion market cap. 5Z1, if we take off 3 zeros, is 151 billion market cap. This is why I'm telling y'all, like, taking off 2 zeros is more realistic right now. We don't need to be worried about 3 zeros. We need to be looking at 2. We need to first get to at least a 10 billion market cap, at least a 15 billion market cap before we start thinking about trying to get to 151 billion market cap. Like, that's kind of ridiculous to think about. But anyways, let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because we're taking off 2 zeros, right? And 6Z1 taking off 2 zeros is 15.1 billion market cap, which is possible. Okay, this is absolutely possible. Remember, our $1,305 is 1 trillion Baby Doge. So $1,300 would be going all the way up to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6Z1, $100,000. Now, the reason why I say 1 trillion is all you need, I'm not saying to become a millionaire, but I'm saying 1 trillion is really all you need personally. Like, you would be good with $100,000 because you could take this $100,000 and then you could put it into something else and flip it even more. You can keep flipping this $100K, or you could put it as a down payment on a house. You could do anything with this $100,000, but you don't want to just, leave it in there. Once it hits 61, you would probably want to take it out and then let the price drop down more and then buy back in once it drops. So that's just what I'm doing personally. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but that's what I would do personally. So trillion Baby Doge technically is all you need. Now let's go a little bit higher than 15 billion though, because 15 billion is cool, but we want to see more than 15 billion in market cap. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that is 6Z. Let's say 6Z. Let's say 6Z3 right here. So 6Z3, on the other hand, would bring us up to a $45.4 billion market cap. Now that's extremely high. That is extremely high. $45.4 billion market cap. But hypothetically speaking, your 1 trillion Baby Doge going all the way up to 6Z3 would be $300,000. Now, that's, like I said, it's extremely high. That's an extremely high prediction. 6Z3 would be like a lot of money. That's 45 billion in market cap. So we're not even really looking towards that. So, we're just looking at 6Z1 right now, 15 billion in market cap. So that is definitely achievable. And the reason why I said only 1 trillion is because I think everyone should be able to save up at least $1,300 right now just to get up to that trillion. It's a lot easier than saying 10 trillion because not everybody can get $13,000. Because let's just say you are one of those people that are like, hey, I want to do $13,000 inside of this instead of $1,300. Well, that's cool, but 13,000 is a lot. Is a lot of money. Let's be honest. $13,000. That's a lot of money. So let's just go ahead and do the math here for 13,000. 13,000 divided by the current price of 1305 gives you 10 trillion. 13,050 dollars gives you 10 trillion baby doge, right? And your 10 trillion baby doge multiplied by 6z1. Let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That is $1 million. So if you had 10 trillion baby doge, which is pretty much $13,000 right now, that would go to $1 million at 61, which would be really nice. But then again, it's like I don't think people would be able to see their money at like $100, $200, $300,000 and not sell. Like imagine if you had 10,000, 13,000 in baby doge, and then it went up to 100,000, and you only went halfway up. You didn't even get all the way up to $1 million. You just sold out at 100K. I don't think people would be able to look at 100, 200, $300,000 inside of their account and not sell it. So I'm just saying, me personally, I don't know if I would be able to look at it and not sell it. So that's why I say 1 trillion is really all you need right now. That's the goal. Like just get a trillion baby doge, and then work your way from there. Because I've seen $1,000 all at once. All right, that's not going to move me. I've seen $10,000 all at once, 20,000 all at once. I've had 30,000 all at once. All right, and what's even crazier is once you get to that amount when you're like 100,000. If you've never seen 10,000 all at once, when your money finally goes to 1,000 to 10,000, you're gonna sell out at 10,000. But if you've already seen 10,000 plus all at once, but you've never seen 100,000 plus all at once you get to that $100,000, that's probably when you're going to sell out. That's why I say 1 trillion is really all you need. I think most people have had at least 10,000, not most people, but like if you've been working for like decades, like I've been working for over a decade since I was 18, older, but I've been working for a whole decade. I've seen 10,000 plus all at once. But once you get to that point of your life where you're at $100,000 in your bank account, like then $100,000 isn't gonna phase you. You want to see $1 million. That's when you should hold 10 trillion baby doge. When you've already had multiple tens of thousands of dollars in your bank account, but you haven't seen millions in your bank account. You've had 100,000 in your bank account, 200,000, but you've never had $1 million in your account. That is probably when you want to put in 10,000 and watch it go to $1 million. But if you haven't, then what you would just rather do, me personally, what I would rather do is just put in 1,000 or 1,300, let it go all the way up to 100K, and then like boom, okay, now I've reached a milestone which I've never reached before. I never had 100,000 plus in my bank account all at once. So that is the goal I think a lot of people have, because let's be completely honest, like I don't think most people have had $100,000 in their bank account unless they've been working for an extremely long time. Like the people that have been working all their life, they've seen that it doesn't phase them. They want to see the million now, right? But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for that. Trillion baby doge really is all you need. Definitely get up to there. Let's talk about something else though. We have got a gold check mark officially on Twitter. Baby Doge is officially verified on Twitter. For those who don't know what the gold checkmark stands for, it's for a verified account. This account is verified because it's an official organization on X. And yeah, you have to be approved to get that gold checkmark. It's not like the ones that you can just buy now. You can't just buy it like you can buy a blue checkmark. You got to actually get approved for it as an official organization on X. So there's that. And then I also wanted to show some whale stuff. This is the number 1,000 whale, right? They have $7,100 in baby doge. This whale that only has 7,100 has had baby doge for the longest time. And you can see this whale has been holding it for an extremely long time. They've been holding for an extremely long time. They have 5.4 trillion inside of baby doge in their account. But if you look at it, million, billion, trillion, look, they started with 2.9 trillion, and then they bought 151 billion, then they bought 201 billion. Look, they worked their way up. They worked their way up to the top. Like, you don't have to just buy a whole trillion all at once. Whales like this, they're working their way up. They're buying a little bit by little bit, right? They're not just buying it all at once. This whale right here started a while ago. They bought 91 billion when Baby Doge first started, like 1,115 days ago, and then they bought a whole trillion the same day after they bought the 91 billion, right? And then 892 days ago they bought 4 trillion. So there's a lot of whales that are just waiting for Baby Doge to take off, and they're just holding. They're just holding for the long run. And I see it time and time again. These whales, they're really the ones that's just holding Baby Doge down. Look, they're not even selling. Like 990 days ago was the last time this whale sold, and they barely sold any. They sold 45 billion. But a lot of these whales, they're not selling for nothing. They're holding their Baby Doge. They're keeping it. They don't want to sell any of it. They're just leaving it in there. And we're seeing time and time again, like hundreds and thousands of days ago, like these whales are not getting rid of it. They're just holding it for the long run. And you're seeing it time and time again. All of this money has just been sitting in there for the longest time because they're waiting. They're like, look, I got 5.5 trillion. This whale right here knows, like, eventually they're going to reap the benefits of this. I just kind of want to show and put into perspective what the bottom whales are doing. They're not even whales. They're like dolphins. They're not even really dolphins. They're not dolphins. They're not sharks. They're not whales. They're almost like goldfish inside Baby Doge. But let's just say they're dolphins, right? If you go ahead and look over here, this whale is the rank 995th one. 995th whale right here, or holder. So on the holder list, they have the 995th of the highest. So that's a lot, but it's not a lot compared to what the actual whales have. So this one, they're almost like an average person, pretty much. They have $7,200. They're an average person, right? Let's go ahead and see what they would have at 6Z1. This person would have $553,000 if Baby Doge hits 6Z1. $553,000. And there's a lot of whales like this that have a lot of money when Baby Doge goes up, because there's a lot in here. Like, look at all these are all the ones with $7,000 in there, right? We just have so many whales with so much money in here. And then we have the smaller people that have the smaller money, but their money still matters, and they're still going to make a bunch off of this. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for that. I just kind of wanted to show what the average people in Baby Doge are doing, because not everybody is a millionaire. Not everyone has $100,000 to just put in. Some people are just like, you know what? They got 7,900. They bought it 329 days ago, and they're just like, forget it. I'll just buy 6 trillion and leave it in here, and then have $600,000 once it reaches 61. That's pretty much what they're shooting for. But yeah, we got whales like that. We got a bunch of whales making a bunch of money. But anyways, looking at the charts here, we're still working our way up here. It seems like it's about to be bullish, because we've went below the support over here very briefly, touched our discount price down there, and now we're back above that Fibonacci. Now we're working our way back up to the equilibrium price, like I said before, and then we should be working our way up even higher. Our broadening wedge is showing that we should be around 8Z28. We should probably see 8Z28 as a good peak inside of our market, eventually up to 8Z30, and then we'll probably get rejected up here at our Fibonacci at 8Z3200 and pull back down to like 2350. But then that's going to be the range that we're going to be trading in. This is a very important range right here, and this is the one that we are shooting to just trade in. We just want to comfortably be able to be inside of this range here from 8Z2350 all the way up to 8Z3200. We want to see that comfortably. We want to be in that range comfortably. But anyways, this is really all I got for all this. If you want these automated trading indicators, check out Chart Prime, link in the description. Elevate your trading game. Try it risk-free for 7 days. Money back guaranteed. All the good stuff. Use the discount code CP30 for 30% off. Best trading indicators in the industry. Anyways, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.